All of you, chill here. Cohh. Oh, I had a 4th Midnight Bolt, but I guess it was just... Okay. Let's all go over here first. We'll do Baphomet first. Where's Baphomet? Okay. Cohh. Put on this. Damn you. Why are you so slow, Cohh? Exhausted? Why are you exhausted? Ember, why are you dead? Okay. Where's the Midnight Bolt? Did it drop in the abyss? Oh my god. It doesn't always drop at their feet. Where is it? Revive Ember. I should revive Ember. You. Revive Ember. I do not see it. I will try again. Can you move a little bit? Let us try again.
Are you still here?
I don't see it again. Send Letho to scout. I think maybe it's over here and I just can't see it. Okay, maybe. I don't see it. Everyone's AI is off. We heal up. Go over here. We need him to move. Okay, there we go. Let's try again.
Good guys always win. That's all you got? My cat Letho could do better.
Okay. Dude, what is going on? I've used 3 on him now. It's at the center of the pentagram where you are now. Is it? Maybe they're dropping in the world wound?
Yes.
Does he have to die first? I don't think so.
I got this.
I shot him 3 times with this thing. Is it somewhere else? Sorry. Don't on me, I'm just looking for the shard. You guys keep fighting, it's fine. Okay, he definitely dropped one the first time.
It's done. The road to great...
Just owl cat things, just reload. I mean, not wrong.
This is where it happened. A research... Yes, I want you strained when I... if I... If the and it's finally tough as that I...
Okay.
that. But what
Says
you think? Yes, yet you hungered. And the vial of that's enough. I have. All these no, yes, it's yes, they and they are not particular.
Okay.
Then let her the cup.
how curious. The gnats are... Enough, Baffle. You are...
You believe yourself.
Let's see if we can maybe do Discari first.
Damn you!
Dude, come on. Seriously? All right, try over here.
Are you still here? Damn, son!
Guys, am I doing this wrong? What's going on here, man? Under and behind him. I've shot them both with a midnight bolt, like 100%. It's bugging out. You are doing it correct.
Good guys always win. Great team.
I mean, we picked one up last time. On the pillar that the Discari is standing on. I don't see it, man. In your inventory? Oh, it's not picking it up, that's for sure. You have to go pick it up.
I got
for
it.
sure.
Damn
Both of them.
you! Are you still here?
I used all four of them, man. One thing I'm not sure about is how are we supposed to pick up both of them if we have to kill the god? And if the... Oh, it's still dead then? Like, if the fight ends when the second one dies, how are we supposed to pick the one up? Oh, when it hits them. Okay, okay.
It is done. The road to
Yeah, so we just have to do this. They say it was fixed in the new beta patch? Okay.
greatness.
So theoretically, this is now the beta. Let's give this a try. Bourbon is whiskey, but whiskey isn't always bourbon. Andy Mills says, any GSF? Maybe we'll do a GSF tomorrow. It's been a while. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where we are. Oh, please hold on to the rum suggestions. I'm currently working through the whiskeys, but rums maybe next. Rums maybe next. Okay, good. Okay.
This is where it happened. A research yourself when I poured. I will. You are strange. If a hype it the tech and it's finally at the
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Competition is irrational.
Okay. Theoretically, this has been fixed in this patch. Let's see.
that I would be
Did I just hear
responsible
Cohh's
for the
character say
creation
damn
of my
son?
most
You
powerful
might
enemy.
have. It's definitely not me saying it
For
though.
you to get distracted, so I can stab you.
I would be over that. But what?
Set.
Yes, you hunger. And the vibe, that's enough. All these years, yes, it's unpredictable. Yes, they are bound, correct. And I can't run. I have one final question for you. Then,
Okay.
How curious. Enough, Baphomet.
you believe.
I got this.
Aha! Don't y'all kill him. Carolou.
Try this again.
Oh shit. Wait, can land do them?
You won't survive me. This is not my time yet.
Oh my god, he died. Kitty! I have to admit, I love that this is how our game is ending.
Surrender or else.
Get it? We get both? Okay. Are you a cat? No. Why can't you cast these? That's just
Are you wounded?
I think we got both of them. Everyone's dead.
Vision.
You remember. Oh my god.
It is done. The road to greatness lies ahead. All that remains is for you to use a crystal.
I authorized some studies to be conducted on the Nihedrine crystals. The research showed that newly created Nihedrine crystals can interact with one another. If you have 5 of them, you can merge them together into one immensely powerful crystal. What do you think would happen if I used a crystal like that?
I can only guess. The regular crystals allowed you to impart some of your power to your followers, those whose souls were closely tied to yours. It is likely that an improved crystal would let you endow your companions with a small amount of the demigod-like power.
I've managed to acquire 6 crystals. I will share them with my companions and give the last to you, Erilu. All of us will venture into eternity together.
Ascend together? And live without fear of gods or demons, exploring the infinite world. You truly want this. I can't believe it. But I will grant you your wish.
With a wave of her hand, Erilu makes a string of the hidden crystals levitate before her. Another gesture, and several of them burst into swirling whirlwinds of pure power. Their essences merge into a single vortex that flows towards you, into you, infusing you with power. For just a moment, you feel as though you are something more than what you are. You are no longer a single person. You are the rift between the worlds. You are the order of the material plane and the chaos of the abyss. You are the beginning and the end of a century-long tangle of destinies and great deeds. You are power, but you are more than just power.
Our victory is certain!
What? Oh, I was gonna say everyone's dead. Okay. They didn't voice act the ending? Oh. You. Okay. Life and death, destiny and great deeds. Answer to mysteries and search for one's true path. The mind can comprehend all of these, and then such concepts can be written down. I'm going to echo the entire time, and you're going to like it. Still, a moment always comes when it's time to wrap up, to reach a conclusion, to put a period of the end to the last sentence. On a day of the great battle of the Threshold Fortress, a new name joined. You ascended and became a demigod. Divine Pantheon of Galarian. Contrary to the laws of creation and to the limitations imposed upon mortal kind, the individual once known as the commander of the Fifth Crusade attained greatness, power, and immortality. This new power was likewise assumed by both the commander's loyal companions and the writer of these words. We all received might comparable to that of the herald of demigods. Like the sun breaking through the thunderclouds, a radiant bastion of good and order emerged in the darkness of the abyss, as the former realms of Baphomet and Discari became the commander's realm. What? The commander's story became legend, one that was spread far and wide in the songs of bards. The tale fell upon the ears of many, those eager to convert to the new faith, and to those who nursed ambitions of replicating the commander's achievements. It is no exaggeration, then, to declare that the commander's ascension on that day changed the world forevermore. The impact that the commander made upon the world was not confined to the elimination of the wound. Across all of Galarian, thousands of hearts were now aglow with the light of compassion. Songs and legends about the commander spread across the nation and cities, giving hope to the despondent, urging people to help each other in times of need. The Holy Wardens preserved their brotherhood and would often launch raids against cultists and demons who skulked across the land. The two seasoned paladins, Yaniel and Berenger, came to enjoy each other's company both in battle and in peace. Their age, similar personalities, and unusual fate brought them closer together. Whenever they appeared, they would always be followed by a crowd of young warriors and curious onlookers, all of whom craved to hear their stories or imbibe some of their wisdom and skill. Despite all of Kater's efforts, word that he was alive quickly spread among the Sarkorian refugees. It eventually reached the ears of his wife. She had grown old but lived still. And one day they met again under the stone tree after having spent almost 100 years apart. Eleandra, who had given almost her entire life to duty, devoted herself to the revival of the former lands of Sarkoris. Temples of Pelur and other Sarkorian deities opened their doors once more, and the priests were eager to help heal the wounds of the people and the land. As a leader of the crusade, the commander won their loyalty and obedience. Nice. Even if in the crusade's darkest hours, the commander found ways to restore their army's supply lines. His military acumen was beyond question. Under his leadership, the divided, poorly trained crusaders' force was reforged into an invincible army. Due to the success, the commander's diplomatic strategy, by the end of the war, Mendev's true political center was Dresden, not Nerosium. After gaining the support of foreign rulers and finding allies in the capital, Dresden became the shining example of the new Mendev, one that was nurtured by the commander's ideals. The significance and accomplishments of the crusade were so great that even a century after the end of the war, Dresden retained its prominence on the map of Avestan. The commander's diplomatic, military, and administrative talents turned the fortress into a key political player. Queen Galfrey. Oh. Returned to Nerosium with the intent to rule Mendev as before, but as it turned out, Mendevian society was hungry for change. The war-ravaged nation desired new leadership, but the queen would not countenance yielding her authority to anyone else. She believed her duty to her homeland had not yet been fulfilled. The ward stones from the chain that once guarded the borders of Mendev were carefully disassembled. One by one, the angels that had been trapped inside returned to heaven to heal their wounded spirits and prepare for new battles against evil. The Lady in Shadows found a way to benefit from the situation. By magnanimously accepting the warriors from the destroyed armies of Bath and Discari, she significantly bolstered the might of the Midnight Isles. He realized that the commander had effectively foiled Nocticulus' plans for the decision to keep the passage between the Abyss and Galarian open. The Lady in the Shadow began preparing her defenses in secret. He knew that sooner or later, invaders would appear in her realm, and it mattered not whether they would be demons or mortals. Baphomet was too cunning for his own good and died his final death. Rumors say that upon hearing of Baphomet's demise, Asmodeus permitted himself a satisfied chuckle and shook the halls of hell. Demon Lord Discari died his final death, and his cult perished with him. His followers and demonic minions entered the service of Discari's sire, Pazuzu. Whether Pazuzu's terrifying rage stemmed from his offspring's demise or from his failure, none can tell. Hey! Having rediscovered his own story, the storyteller renounced his fragile body to ascend to Pharasma's palace and become her usher. From that day onward, he took great care of the stories of all souls that arrived at the court of Lady of Graves. There in the halls of the Lady of Graves, the storyteller met the one who had been waiting for him, Kinney, Thief of Secrets, Oreshkiel's prisoner, old friend, and well-meaning traitor. And never was there a reunion more treasured. Ascension enhanced Sela's powers, but did not change her character. The irrepressible warrior is frequently seen in the company of good gods, from Caden, Kalen to Tadrita. Okay, whatever. Rumor has it that Amaromede herself often honors her with heart-to-heart conversations and joint training sessions. The goddess enjoys reminiscing about her mortal days. Most importantly, Sela never stops thinking or caring about the common folks in need of help, not for a moment. Lan's ascension left him perplexed. He had intended to die in the war against the demons, but instead he was suddenly granted eternal life. You know, when that happens, it is very confusing. He had no idea what to do with it, as one does. After getting some advice from the commander, he made a to-do list. Go on a sea voyage, learn to read and write well, and of course defeat a few hundred more demons just for old time's sake. Ascension was a true challenge for Ember. For years, she had rebuked the good gods for doing so little to help mortals, but now she finally understood the burden of divinity. Realizing that even her new powers were not enough to save all who suffered, she went to heaven to her grandma, Imperial Lord Andaletta, and asked to be her apprentice, but she continued to visit mortal world to aid the defenseless or to convince a villain to change their ways. Ascension opened up fascinating opportunities for Nenio. Now she could discover if a high priest of Iomedae could convert Numerian barbarians. If he happened to be teleported into their midst, he could discover how many women in Absalom screamed at the sight of a dead mouse on their pillow, approximately 34%. And to see whether 2 armies of Gary would do all if their weapons, what would do... Can't do it anymore. Hi, Gary. And to see what 2 armies would do if all their weapons disappeared the night before their battle, they would make peace. Okay. Darren, who has always despised piety in all forms, suddenly became an object of worship himself. Among followers of the rapidly growing Church of the Commander, the Count was the most popular associate of the new deity, who is one of the most often pictured at the Commander's side in religious paintings and reliefs, possibly because artists found the handsome Aasimar to be the most appealing subject. As for Darren himself, he solemnly swore never to answer a single prayer, and it seemed he duly kept his promise. Oh, what a perfect ending. Uldifjetto gladly accepted his semi-divine powers since, as he told anyone who would listen, he deserved them. When he had to, he followed his chief everywhere, and whenever he had a spare minute, he descended to Galarian to steal whatever he caught his eye, free a ransomed tiefling from prison, or hide stolen property in one of the many stashes throughout Galarian. After the Ascension, Socio went to Nirvana to appear before Shelyn in person, but he did not stay long. Just as when he was a mere mortal, the servant of the goddess of beauty could not enjoy the peace of her fragrant gardens when blood was still being spilled elsewhere. The soldier's angel, as was his new moniker, would eagerly answer prayers and appear on the battlefield to heal the wounded or carry them to safety away from the front lines. Many warriors wore medallions engraved with his image for good luck. Wow. Acquiring incredible power did not change Regal Dureng's in any way. He had already been working to a 500-year plan for the fight against Chaos and smoothly switched to devising a plan to definitively solve the problems of the Abyss. Even devils respected his assiduousness. Regal in turn found the discipline in the ranks of Hell to be somewhat lacking. Upon gaining semi-divine powers, Greybor lost interest in the assassin's craft. There were few two opponents worthy of his skill. He became the patron of mortals who respected and honored the law of the streets. A cult known as the Backstreet Wardens formed under his patronage and consisted of thieves, bandits, and murderers and other dregs of society, but they all shared an understanding of code. On occasion, Greybor himself enjoyed a nighttime stroll through the city in the guise of an ordinary mortal just to remind the lowlifes that reputation carries more weight than coin. For the longest time, the Ascended Succubus could not bring herself to set foot in Elysium. She felt as though she would defile it with her presence. Originally mustered the courage to appear before Desna only after the goddess sent her a prophetic dream. No one knows what the former demon discussed with the goddess, but after the meeting, Arushale would often descend to the material plane, where as an unseen angel she would keep watch over mortals, helping those who had gone astray to find redemption. Oh.
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the world wound. I gained more than I could have hoped. I achieved my purpose. I vanquished death. Untold might and all eternity lie ahead. How should I spend that eternity? I have not yet decided. But I know, from experience, I know that every moment is priceless if it is spent with the one who matters most to you. I have recounted the story of my life for you, Aasimar, Lady of Graves. Not only of my life, but of the Commander's also. I believe the tale of such an illustrious figure would pique even a goddess's curiosity. I have come here to say that he and I are no longer in your power. This is the last, most significant result of my transformation experiment.
He is no longer within my power. This is
Whoa.
true. Divinity has given him the right to decide his own fate. But you entered my boneyard to bring me these tidings. And it is within my power to unmake you, destroy you, and erase you from the cosmos. I wonder, did he anticipate such an outcome? Did he purposefully choose you to be his emissary?
Intervene.
I have relayed my message. Farewell, Lady of Graves. We will not meet again.
Their combined power has grown immensely, enough to almost rival my own. So be it.
Oh
Applause, please.
my God. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm. That's all. Yeah. That's my game of the year.
Uh-oh.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for being here. I got to get some sleep so I can be on here tomorrow. I don't think there's any confusion here, but that is absolutely 100% my game of the year. 200 hours, a phenomenal experience. These guys are a master of storytelling and just incredible. That was a huge amount of fun beginning to end, and I really appreciate all of you guys being here for it. As you guys know, I average generally anywhere between I generally average about 10,000 viewers per day in my morning stream. That's the amount of viewers I get during hype streams, like big streams, that kind of thing. The Pathfinder streams have averaged anywhere between 2,500 and 4,000. And that's how it's been for the last month and a half in the evenings. And even the evening streams. For you all in particular, you 3,000 to 4,000 that have been here, who are not like the giant big bulk of the audience, I want to say how much I appreciate you guys being here. And I want to thank you for coming back every night, every day, for experiencing this game with me. That I feel like in a lot of ways, you guys are like the core of this planet that is this channel. Because this, honestly, at the end of the day, is like the most fun that I have streaming. So, thank you all. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow for Darkest Dungeon. Have a great night.